you're good at something, does that mean you were meant to do it? Those are the words of former quarterback Todd Marinovich. Since the day he was born, Todd was bred to be an NFL quarterback. But not everything turns out how it's supposed to be. It all starts with Todd's father, Marv Marinovich. He was the captain of USC's 1962 National Championship team and was drafted by the Oakland Raiders with the 157th pick. In his first offseason, Marv overtrained by lifting too much weight. This caused multiple injuries that were impossible to overcome. He decided to quit football in 1965 and focus on sports training to prevent other people doing the same thing as him. Marv started studying Russian training methods and was hired by the Oakland Raiders to be the first strength conditioning coach of the NFL. Throughout his career, the question he always asked himself was, how well could a kid develop if provided the perfect environment? Then in 1969, Marv and his wife had their first boy. Todd's training started from the day he was born. Marv would stretch out his baby's hamstrings when Todd was only 6 months old. Since birth, he was only given a limited diet which consisted of only fruits and vegetables and no processed foods. When he was teething as a baby, his parents would give him frozen kidneys and livers. He would also go through extensive training when he was very little. Before Todd could even walk, his father would bring him to the football field and have him crawl hundreds of yards. Todd became a vessel to validate Marv's theories. Marv once said, "People thought I was crazy what I would do, but I was trying to continuously get him to the next level." At first, Todd was willing to spend the time on training and getting better, but after a while, Todd became scared to speak up, saying that he wasn't enjoying himself. If Todd didn't perform well in a practice or game, he would get punished for it. From an early age, Todd realized that when he played well, the family was at peace. When he played bad, the whole family would be on edge. He always felt like he couldn't live up to his father's expectations. Despite all of this, he started on varsity as a freshman and quickly became a high school phenomenon. Articles started getting written about him, including being on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He almost became a mythological feature in sports. People started calling him a Robo-QB because of the way he was raised. This is not what Todd wanted at all. He was always a reserved kid, did not like all the attention. All his attention started getting to Todd, and that's when he turned to drugs. He started smoking marijuana and drinking his sophomore year. Because there was so much attention surrounding him, news of him smoking spread like wildfire. It got to the point where opposing fans would chant "Marijuana-vich" at his games. This affected Todd to the point where he didn't want to leave his room sometimes. Being the top recruit, Todd had offers from every school in the country, but decided to go to his father's alma mater, USC. He eventually became the first freshman to start a quarterback for USC since World War I. He had a very impressive freshman year for the Trojans, including winning the Rose Bowl against Michigan in his final game. The Robo quarterback looked like the future of USC football. In his sophomore season, he was expected to be a Heisman frontrunner. But Todd started partying even more once he got to college. He started doing cocaine and other drugs regularly. Rumors of Marinovich's drug use spread to head coach Larry Smith. This started a battle between Coach Smith and Marinovich. They would constantly argue with each other on and off the field. Todd's play dropped off his sophomore year, despite the high school expectations. He still had a few remarkable games that kept people believing he is still the same quarterback he has always been. By the end of his sophomore season, arguments with his coaches boiled over to the point where either Larry Smith or Todd had to leave the program. Todd decided to forego his final 2 years and declared for the 1991 draft. Before the draft, Marinovich was arrested for possession of cocaine. This was the beginning of people realizing that the test tube athlete method isn't working as well as everyone thought. The same kid that couldn't eat a Twinkie is now doing cocaine. He enrolled in rehab a short time after the arrest and started cleaning up his act. His father also started a new training program that got Todd in the best shape of his life, which impressed NFL coaches. He was selected with the 24th pick by the Oakland Raiders. Immediately once he was drafted by the Raiders, he was given 3 drug tests a week. Staying in LA did not help Marinovich because he stayed in the same environment he always had. So obviously, his partying habits did not change. It even got so bad that he started doing LSD between games because it wouldn't show up on drug tests. In his first season, he impressed many people with his play. The organization thought they had the quarterback of the future. Right before his second season, he failed a drug test and was cut by the Raiders. He decided to quit football after he was cut and focus on other things. His drug habit only got worse during this time, and eventually returned to football to feed his addiction. Unfortunately, in Todd's first practice, he blew out his knee. Marinovich thought it was karma telling him that he was done with football. After his knee injury, he started doing heroin and never returned to football again. He continues to battle with drug addiction, having gotten arrested as recently as last year for drug possession. But in the last year, Marinovich has started an organization to help people with drug addiction and finally found peace with his family. I like to think of this story as less of a lesson about wasting talent, but more of a lesson about how you should always speak up and do what you really want to do. Tom Marinovich had everything he needed to be the best quarterback of all time, but that's not what he wanted to do. He says when he looks back on his life, the things he's most proud of in his life have nothing to do with football. They have to do with his family and the relationships he has built. Thank you.